Good morning, guys. We are trying to make it up the fire tower in time to see the sunrise. I haven't done this in, holy moly, probably a decade. I'm not an early riser, and also I'm afraid of heights, so I didn't actually plan on ever doing it again, but it is so beautiful out here. I figured I would share it with you guys. The spiders recreated all their cobwebs last night, so we're getting to enjoy those. It's very dewy and wet this morning. You can see where the water is just kind of dripping down. I don't know that it actually rained. I think that's just dew. We're getting up above the trees. Oh, look at the spider web. Another one. Oh boy. You can go a little bit further up into the actual lookout area, but I do believe that that is locked. It's pretty foggy this morning, so I'm hoping that makes for a beautiful sunrise and not one that we can't really see. Somebody's coming up. Back on solid ground. There were 3 Amish men that were coming to see the sunrise also. So since we had been there for like an hour already that morning, I figured I'd give them some time and let them hang out at the top. And I'd see coming down here, I believe this is called Seneca Point, if we can see anything from up here. Well, you can't really see much but fog right now. There is a lot of carving into the rock here. I'm always curious. I think that says 8141. Is it actually, did they actually carve that in 41? Or did somebody else carve it and just say it was in 1941? This is new. I don't ever remember this being here. Not much. Mostly just fog and a little bit of the trees. I was hoping maybe I'd get you guys a bird or something in there, but nope. I do have an update. So we talked to Wacky, and his foot is getting, or his ankle is getting better, but not great. Still, he has to, the doctor doesn't know what's wrong with it. He had to go for x-rays. He's waiting to hear back from the doctor about the x-rays, but ultimately he has decided to be done for the year. And we kind of talked about it, and he said, you know, we were kind of supposed to do this together, and now I'm not able to do as many miles. He's doing double to triple the amount of miles that I'm doing. I think he's feeling a little bit guilty about that. And I'm feeling a little bit guilty about holding him back. So what we talked about is kind of waiting for this year, having me get my legs and health in a better working condition, possibly. I don't know if it's not going to be this year. We've only got like 6 months left in the year, 6 months left in the year, so it won't be this year, but possibly next year, getting at least 1 or 2 of the surgeries for lipedema and seeing if that will help increase the mobility in my legs. And will I be able to go longer? Is that the primary thing that's holding me back? So for this year, we will be finished with the trail. There are still a Candyman and Frankie are still out there. Once they get to Pennsylvania or a little bit closer, I will probably go out and visit them. So I can't say I'm totally done with the trail. I'll probably be out there a little bit more. But as far as my hiking journey for the year goes, and Wacky's hiking journey for the year goes, I think we are pretty much finished for the year, and we will become section hikers instead. What will I be doing in the meantime? You didn't ask, but I'm answering. Most of you probably know I'm a giant fan of thrifting. If you were here before the Appalachian Trail for the vintage cooking and clothing content, you know I also have an antique business. I'm mostly focused right now myself on vintage clothing and doing some pop-ups with that, and I sell a little bit online on eBay and through you guys as well, but I have my work cut out for me here at the shop. When I left for the trail, I packed everything up because I didn't want it to get messed up while I was gone, anything to happen to it, and I have been working on getting it back out. You know, there's all the stuff that we got while we were on the trail through the Appalachians. We have to get this in working order. And if you think this is a lot, you should see both of my closets at home are full again. All of my drawers, dressers, those are all full. And My attic also has a lot of totes of clothing in it, so I probably need to get rid of some of this stuff and move it. I'll also be back in the kitchen quite a bit. I do have, for Christmas, I don't remember if I showed you guys or told you guys about it or not, but I did get the White Trash Cooking cookbook, which I have wanted for a while. I have hundreds of vintage cookbooks, but this one, you know, it kind of reminds me of, a lot of these recipes are Southern recipes, but also recipes from the Appalachians. So I kind of would like to, you know, I guess transition from that time to now. And I will be back doing some vintage cooking videos. It won't be as often, like I'm not going to be doing daily videos at this point. That's way too much. More likely weekly or bi-weekly videos is what you guys can expect to see from me. I plan on continuing to hike around here. I mean, I've showed you just a little sneak peek of things, little snippets of where I live, and it's beautiful. How could you not? When the weather is nice, how can you not be out there in that? If you guys want me to share with you as I'm hiking, if you guys are enjoying seeing the sights and seeing the outdoors and nature and hearing the sounds while I'm hiking, I can film while I hike if you want to see that. But this is primarily, or I guess it started as primarily, a vintage cooking and clothing channel. I do plan to go back to work as well, so I'll be doing that. I'll be focusing on my health a little bit stronger and doing all the different things that I need to work on some of the heaviness in my legs, and trying to make sure that I get a little bit of mobility back from what I have lost so far and just keep it going. I did buy a vibration plate. I do plan to take a few weeks off just to get myself settled in at home, get everything caught up, get my life in order before I get back into YouTube. So those of you, there's some of you that I keep in contact pretty regularly. We email or send text messages or write, you know, like old-fashioned cards and postcards and things. So, you know, feel free to keep up with that if you want in the next few weeks while I am away from YouTube. But yeah, I'll be just taking a little bit of a hiatus, and then I'll see you guys back in a few weeks. I'll miss you while I'm gone, but I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.